The renegade. Man afraid, man in the wilderness. Yeah, man, wagwan. Up? Yeah, man, we're there, man. Wagwan. All right. So we could do a show tonight, you see? Very serious show. I'm going to ask you something. Good evening. Good night to some. Good morning to some and good afternoon. Because, you know, you have to watch the whole thing, you know. Remember, it says a worldwide thing we are doing around here, you know. So, yes. Yeah, because we have, you know, we have family all over the place. You know, worldwide, you know. So we have to big them up, you know. All right, so this we never see this in Jamaica yet. Never yet. Never. In the history. That's why the country never said stagnant. You have a billionaire in Vietnam, them sentence her to the Tycoon. Yeah? Over 40 billion. I'm talking about US. Can't you be when them say billion, like them a quote $40 billion, them attack them money them. See? Yeah. Them attack some great money. Because on an international level. Them talk about some great money. See? Them tell about some great money. You know, where she draw out or something. I even for them money, I mean the money strong XP, but a billions. She alone and pay bribery and pay thing. And remember them sentence her to death, you know. Them the sentence her. But now go she alone we're gonna look pan. Now look pan when a Trump guy, them just sentenced him 2 days ago. And the other guy there, the kind guy there, the kind, the guy there, yeah. Them get 25 years too, you know. The billionaire guy there, the young guy, went there in the Bahamas. And by the way, the past Nicolas, when him the past president of France, them sentence him too. But you never see these things at Jamaica where I ask why. That's why we know to talk about queer. Yeah? Because these people get up and do a lot of things in Jamaica, you know. And like where criminal Almila come and say, you know, him's a public figure, him too big and you can't do them nothing. Him too corrupted from the DPP go right back. And Mocha, me say wanna put out something say one of the first. I'm gonna draw up that attention there because when I talk to make the sense neither. Yeah? Because when I say when I independent police force, because independent when crab at the head for the force. By the way, the same commissioner at head. And the same JCF people now use. That is bullcrap. Yeah? Feds are feds. Not the local police. So that are bullcrap. We're not independent, none at all. Stop, don't tell me that crap around here. Not forget independent, you know? Saying? Yes. So when they can have the Jamaica the constable force and say, yeah, we're not the first one to do this. But when we look on them, not teeth neither. Get real. We don't want a real man there. Me could look on a woman here when them sentence and just ask, you know, not even one of the guy them from PSOJ. The closest little one from PSOJ, we get one little ticket. It costs a policeman, them fling him in a scrap heap. Llewellyn, them send him home, he isn't going for retirement now. Never get a promotion. Them just look down upon him. Yeah, and that's it. That man they should have go straight up to the commissioner role. Them kind of people there. But you know what's serious like that. Jamaica people want to demand better. See? Yeah. We could look on them corruption, yeah. And look how them people are serious. And then we can talk, yeah? Look on this. Watch out.
Hello, I'm Regina Vaidyanathan and welcome to this hour. In the past few minutes, a court in Vietnam has sentenced a wealthy property developer to death for defrauding a bank of billions of dollars. 67-year-old Trong My Lan was found guilty of embezzlement, bribing state officials and violating bank lending regulations after she used her hidden ownership of the Saigon Commercial Bank to channel $44 billion of loans to her own companies. It's been described as one of the greatest bank frauds in history. Well, for more on this, we can go straight to Bangkok and join our Southeast Asia correspondent, Jonathan Head. First of all, Jonathan, if you could just tell us a little bit more about what the court said today and the background to this case.
Well, the court's been giving enormous amounts of detail about this case through its 5 weeks. So everyone in Vietnam knows a lot about it. That's quite unusual there. They've wanted the public to know about this case. It is extraordinary. The amounts of money are absolutely staggering. We're talking about a significant chunk of Vietnam's GDP that this woman was able to siphon off over 11 years through these secretly channeled loans that went through a whole bunch of front companies and proxies to her own companies. The prosecutors believe that of that $44 billion, perhaps $27 billion may never be recovered. That is a staggering loss and will be very, very tough for the state bank to make up in terms of saving the bank. Really, the authorities have sort of blamed Chung My-lan and have talked about the way in which she was bribing officials and the kind of sophistication of this network. And really, it is part of an ongoing anti-corruption campaign that's been going for several years, led by the communist authorities, who say they're determined to stamp it out. But of course, it does raise a lot of questions, which is, how was it that this woman, she's very high profile, she's one of the biggest property owners in Vietnam, how was she able to do that for 11 years? And of course, officially the authorities say, well, she was paying off this person and that and hiding this and that. But it is extraordinary that it went on for 11 years without being stopped. And I think those questions still hang over whether the Vietnamese authorities are capable of reining in this kind of fraud.
And Jonathan, you say that this was a trial that was followed by so many people in Vietnam, and Chung My-lan is a well-known property developer in the country, but now she faces the death penalty.
That itself is extraordinary. Normally, the death penalty is not usually handed down on women, but I think this case was so exceptional in terms of its scale and the damage it's done to Vietnam's finances. They probably felt they needed to make an example of her. They may also be trying to encourage her to give as much money back as they can get her to do. This is something the other 80 defendants in court today have largely done. They're all more minor, of course, but these are all the people accused of conspiring with her, including, for example, a chief inspector at the state bank who was bribed $5 million, according to prosecutors, in order to look the other way. They've all pleaded guilty and offered to bring back as much money as they can. I think the state believes that Chung My-lan must have far more assets that she can return to the state to try and make up this massive hole in this bank's finances.
OK, Jonathan Head in Bangkok, watching that huge trial in Vietnam and that verdict.
No, you think that could be a Jamaica? A billion, you know, I look for something. A billion, so for them money. But a billion that's it, for your money, and I pay a bribe and everything. 11 years. Only say I don't 8, 11. She gets sentenced to death. But them that leave that for a woman. But them take it serious and say a 67. Them are busy about your age. See? Pay a bribery. In a Jamaica right now, at that one. It's all worse than this in a Jamaica. Worse than it, yes. See? But you can imagine how money can save her. In a Jamaica, them one they are not, you can't touch them none at all. Baby, little girl, little boy get him throat slash, and it depends on what kind of family you can't even go in our phone. None of these people never put foot of court yet in a Jamaica. And we are saying to the world, the way them corrupted, Andrew Honest. Let me tell you this, him shouldn't be a prime minister. From him go to St. Lucia and then build a house and I know, you know, come to the country and you don't go say them bad mind and poor people. That doesn't make no sense to me. Let me just add on some other things to this. So you never see this yet. None of, just tell me who you can find from one of them big boys in a Jamaica. Where them foot ever go in at the cell in a Jamaica. Police now hold them. Nobody now hold them. So the country keep corrupted same way. It don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Look on this. And nobody no bigger than the law. We have a country them bigger than the law where a prime minister can go pick DPP if you not go home and them do everything to keep her, for protect him. And keep a Google Gaga. Now your Google Gaga play tiger and home, them put in a Google 2. TU2. Google 2, you know. Google 2. No different from Google. A Google 2. Fair commissioner. Google 2. No make no sense. Don't make no sense. Look here. Watch this. No man, this Jack Smith was a little, you don't see how much money that woman have. And everybody work with her and things. With them get a death penalty. Eh? Look much of this in Jamaica. Jack Smith a Porsche send him. When him touch up some little things, you know, see none of them there are touch up in Jamaica right now. A Porsche have bowl him. When them thief up when them transfer up think the money, the farm worker, their money. Jack Smith, him small man. Look how much big boys in Jamaica. In a PSOJ. If you send police go to prison, and most of the little corporal and most of the time a little DC or normal constable. You don't see nobody in a khaki clothes this up. Yeah? I just see the normal one them. Not soup much just to go up this or what have you. Not care what them do. That don't make no sense to me. That it don't go, the longer them take for you see them put couple of them in a prison, it don't go show you say corruption, even thicker in the country. Nah more. But for break that chain there. Can't be get up people in the shoot down and just send go to prison and lock up. And now listen, the court have over 500,000 cases, you know. And none of them, see them that not even well read yet greed. I push them away. Yeah, what happened, sister? You're up there, man. Push them and push him away. They're not 5 years. The oligarch the other day, look how much billion that. The oligarch, and I know them not chat to him. I want to look at she get sentenced. If he said should I run off, see me, the Prime Minister do in-house. And you have a thing about them name. But them name Mocha. And them thing do in-house trading and you know move to him. But to not go to Mocha, man. No dog without teeth, you know. Stop talking about you know independent of nothing at all. You know, independent of nothing, man. Stop that foolishness, man. You have to talk to them, man. Look on this. This one will show you how the world run. Now go in a big country too, you know. Other countries set speed, you know. First world country. Watch this.
To Verified Live. Let's start with that breaking news in New York, where in the last few minutes, Sam Bankman-Fried has been sentenced to 25 years for what's been called one of the biggest financial crimes in US history. These are the live pictures from outside of the court. The 32-year-old founded the cryptocurrency exchange FTX, which made him a billionaire before it collapsed in spectacular fashion. He's just been found guilty of fraud and money laundering, or sentenced for fraud and money laundering. And these, the pictures from the court. We will get reaction as the various parties emerge from that courthouse. But let's get straight to New York and our business correspondent, Erin Delmore. She is outside the courthouse, was inside for that moment of sentencing, and described what that was like.
Matthew, it was very impactful. Everybody in the room was on tenterhooks, just waiting to see what decision the judge would hand down. And it came after a lengthy preamble by Judge Lewis Kaplan here in this New York courthouse, talking about Sam Bankman-Fried's actions and his behaviors, pointing not only to the crimes that a jury decided Sam Bankman-Fried had committed during the trial, which ended 5 months ago, but also talking about Mr. Bankman-Fried's demeanor, his likelihood of recommitting crimes if he were released early or with a smaller prison sentence, and talking about his lack of contrition, showing that while Bankman-Fried would say something like mistakes were made, he wouldn't take responsibility. And the judge said that continued up until this day.
And in terms of what is likely to happen, is there any sort of indication from his defense team of any sort of appeal?
Well, what we know right now is that a sentence of 25 years has been handed down by the judge, including some years of supervisory release, 3 to be sure. And part of what the judge said amounted to that sentence was losses, he said, that totaled more than $11 billion. This is how he calculated his decision. Now, as you know, Matthew, the defense have been asking for far less, just 5 to 6 years. And so we are waiting to see what action they will take further. But for today, that is the number handed down by Judge Lewis Kaplan.
Erin, just remind our viewers, because we are talking about billions of dollars, take us through what this man actually did in terms of the fraud, the money laundering.
Sam Bankman-Fried was crypto's golden boy. He was the founder of the FTX cryptocurrency exchange, where customers could come trade their dollars and their pounds for cryptocurrency. And he assured those customers, as his FTX crypto exchange was collapsing, that their money was safe. But when customers went to withdraw their funds in November 2022, the funds were not there. And a jury found that that money had been moved to a hedge fund, an investment fund called Alameda Research, and that Sam Bankman-Fried used that money to enrich himself and his inner circle, to make political donations and charitable contributions, to buy luxury real estate. And so when customers went to pull their money out, it wasn't there.
Erin, for now, thanks very much. That is our correspondent there at the courthouse. If there's more reaction in New York, we will return there. But let's bring in our cyber correspondent, Joe Tidy, who was the last person to...
So you see this? It's the one name. Sam Bankman-Fried. Bankman in name, not free. Sam Bankman-Fried. Well, you get 25 years. And you much money? The crypto guy. Yeah, him say, man. Yeah. You see? And them not wrong. You not care you. Him did there Jamaica. With them millions of US, billions of dollars there. He not get touching. Oligarch not touch, them not tough like him. The amount of money. See, but he might get sent away. The woman there, a death penalty. Watch again. Continue watch. That's why Mr. Jamaica now gonna work. I don't want you nothing from them, you know. Them's a pile of not but corrupted, nasty thinking country. No big boy never go to prison in my lifetime. None. No big police never go to prison. No DPP will make mistake. Not all the one will fling the hammer that me know you no case with that. None of them. Them politicians they not gonna win either. Yes, still them so corrupted. Look on this.
Inner circle to a jail cell at Rikers Island. Just minutes ago, a New York judge sentenced Alan Weisselberg to 5 months behind bars for perjury, the former chief financial officer of the Trump organization.
Him get sentenced to pick up for Trump. Just 2 days ago this. That one woman just show you the koala 2 weeks ago. The woman that it does happen couple days ago. This is just 2 days ago. This is one of the big man that run Trump. But you know, too big for them over there, so you know, them not go, you go tell lie, you go do time. Just say a lie, you get time. Jamaica, Andrew Willis are the lightest thing, and you get time for that. Nigel Clark too. I'm a tough fuck. The education, the whole of them are the same thing. Health minister, the whole of them. What them do just come in and tell the most lie. Even that, send you to prison. See, Nigel Clark said a stone and turn. What's the case here? 2 days ago.
Admitted to lying under oath in the civil fraud case against the former president. Weisselberg also helped exaggerate the value of Trump's New York penthouse in order to get better rates on loans and insurance policies. CNN's Kara Scudell is live outside the courthouse for us. Kara, what's happening?
So, Jim, Alan Weisselberg sentenced to 5 months in jail. This was part of a plea deal that he had made with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The hearing took less than 5 minutes. Weisselberg...
He make a plea deal and still get... He make a plea deal. You just tell a lie, you know. I bet I'm the truthful. Jamaica, I mean, the police them tell lie and get to you every day. The judge sentence you for lie. Them do, them just get up and just lie. If you not put a stop to these things, you cannot clean a country. Impossible. Andrew only said the lightest thing where ever walk on the face of the earth. Nigel Clark just close second. No apology. Dangerous. And them have a lied crew, you know. Them go around and just tell be a lie and everything out every day. Them not do checks and balances. Them not do facts check and not just lie. Straight lie. Trick the people them. And then money attack the right and center and nobody at all now get nothing for this. Nobody. That mean the country go back here. Go back here. Him just tell a lie, him have to cut a plea deal. Them still say, you still have to even spend a couple months in there. For the lie, you know, all you need to do is just truthful. But it send good signals. For lie. And him do one just tell lie. Them ask you in a Mexico case, where them say civil case, and him go tell lie. That put him a prison. And them have to cut plea deal, because them have to tell them some other things. Him still have to do sometime. Them not cut the deal and say, right, make you go on. Like how the DPP cut deal, say, in a Klansman thing, a man will say, I'm the second in command. Second in command. And you have people in the police force. You a man say second. If you're not second in the command, you can't give me foot soldier. Impossible. Second in command, give me first in command and give me politician and big boys. You can't go lower than that because him a give the order if a man for that him give. So if you let him go and give him sweet deal per foot soldier, you go wrong. This are the DPP where you have in Jamaica. Bullshit. That makes sense. And then that's why you have how much of them go away. How much of them get off? X amount of them. That foolishness a garbage. Him tell him a second in command and you give him deal. For him give a foot soldier. Ungo Jamaica. Me never see that in no other case. Nowhere else. Watch a lot of things. See? Second in command, you have to give the people above you. You give order, you can't see the man they dead and him dead and I want dead this and that. Or you cut deal with second in command and I look for 2 foot soldier. Eh? I'm a goddamn fool that do that. Can him have to get time to, you know. Eh? He might tell about some foot soldier. And say, yes, it's valuable. Eat that Google Gaga. And in minions. No, you have a Google 2. Google 2. TU 2. Not 2, you know. Not 2. No, none of the 2 then. Yeah? Not like 2 are the number 2. No. A Google 2. Yeah, commissioner. No make no difference. You see? Yes. It's dangerous. Me soon show you that, you know. Hold on, man.
Walked in with a windbreaker, ready to report to prison. During the hearing, the judge asked him if he had anything he wanted to say. He said, no, Your Honor. She then said she would sentence him to this agreed deal of 5 months in jail. He had pleaded guilty last month to 2 counts, felony counts of perjury for lying during the investigation by the New York Attorney General's office into the Trump Organization's finances. Specifically, he admitted to lying about his knowledge that the size of Trump's triplex apartment was false and that about his role in his knowledge of making the value of that triplex apartment false in the financial statements. Now, soon after that, the judge sentenced Weisberg to the 5 months. The security officers came up to him, handcuffed him behind his back, and he was led out of the courtroom where he will begin serving the sentence at Rikers Island. This is the second guilty plea by Alan Weisselberg, who previously pleaded guilty to 15 counts of tax fraud. He is a longtime confidant of former President Donald Trump, and as part of this deal, he will not be testifying against Donald Trump at the trial set to begin next week. He is a central figure in that trial. This is about the falsification of the documents to cover up the hush money payment made to Stormy Daniels. Weisselberg, the chief financial officer at the time, was involved in how those payments were made.
So I'm involved how the payment made. And you can go tell a lie. But you have to send yourself a piece of a talk about Donald Trump. If them ask you to say yes, and me make the payment and that and I fit him. What you can go tell the people them lie for? What you have send yourself a prison for Donald Trump for? Eh? When send himself gonna Rikers Island, well, him want to go to prison then, man. Big man, you want, boy, you can tell the lie and cover up film for. Eh? These are the things that I show you. But yes, still, them man, yeah, one former president and everything, and a man will stand up there, yes, still him can't go to prison. Why is it that nobody in the PSOJ can't go to prison? Why is it them people that can't go nowhere? None of them people up there, so for your pass certain, you can't go to prison. The whole of them are friends. I'm not join that. A country now run, you can't come take you and get a youth if I don't stay alone and send to prison for decades and decades. If you go with that. Saying you can't call the shot and you just get away. Nah work. Foolishness, garbage. Them thing ya, if you want to clean a place, if you have law right across the board. Never show this. Look on this.
Reimburses payments to Michael Cohen, but he will not be testifying in that case. Instead, he will be serving his 5 months at Rikers Island. Jim?
All right, Kara Scannell, thank you very much. Let's discuss now with CNN legal analyst Karen Friedman Agnafilo. She previously served as Chief Assistant District Attorney in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Karen, your reaction to Alan Weisselberg, I mean, yet again, somebody in Trump's orbit, somebody close to the former president, going to jail.
Yeah, he absolutely is decided that he is not going to turn on Trump, so much so that he lied under oath during the civil fraud trial in front of Judge Arthur Engoron recently. He was not, however, although he was charged with lying under oath during that trial, the Manhattan DA's office allowed him to plead guilty instead to lying in a deposition prior to that, because otherwise it would have triggered a violation of his parole from the last time that he pled guilty to protect Trump, which was on those tax fraud charges. So it was just very interesting to me that he's willing to do another 5 months like he already did, rather than turn on Trump.
I want to turn to the sentencing of Alan Weisselberg, who was the chief financial in charge of a lot of the operations over at the Trump organization over decades. Take a look at this, though. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Weisselberg is among 13 former Trump associates now convicted of a crime. 13. Several of them have actually wound up in jail. Peter Navarro, only in recent days, is off to jail. How remarkable is all of this, that 13 of Trump's associates have been convicted and several of them wound up in jail?
Well, Wolf, it's certainly a pattern, and I think it's unlike anything we've seen in American history to have this many lawyers, associates, advisors of a president or former president be, in some cases, indicted, and others convicted, and as you say, in others imprisoned. And I think it's really underscores the stakes of the Trump trial, which starts next week, because I think the question a lot of people naturally are wondering as well, all these people have been punished to varying extents for things they did with, for, and around Donald Trump. Well, how about Donald Trump himself? We will get at least the beginnings of an answer as we see that hush money trial play out in Manhattan starting on Monday.
First time in American history that a former president of the United States will face a criminal trial. It's going to be pretty amazing to watch all of this unfold starting Monday. We'll, of course, have special coverage of all of that. Ellie, thank you very, very much. Ellie Honig giving.
So Trump trial, I start Monday now. Monday, because this was 2 days ago. Trump trial starting Monday. Yeah. Yeah, man. Trump trial, I start Monday. Yeah. Criminal trial. They might start the trial. So we want something, but in a Jamaica, history of Jamaica, not even one of these people, you know, never put them foot in a jail, not even them grandparents, them people, nobody no care with them. And nobody going like them are angel in Jamaica. Them are mash up the country. I thought them from in the PSO jail. All dirty thinking criminal. Nobody never point them out like how you see me point them out. Like them true. No, sir. Them have blood on them shoulder. You think for them when you have them business place, like them not call the shots, them call a lot of shots. We know. Talk to a lot of youth, you know, we know. Them send a lot of money, you know. Enough dance them talk to, you know. And then them have the police in them pocket and government in them pocket and dance in them pocket. Them same one. Yeah, so if them want to move you, they move you. But it depends on where you come from. Them I say you might talk too much. Get your same people, them get you out. And them talk to politicians and get you out. Police. Say them I run Jamaica with a iron fist. Me know them, you know. But for them are criminal. Let them have the court, you know. Let them have the wharf. But it's a safe haven for criminal like them. We have to cut that ribbon then now. Yes, and that ribbon there, the Prime Minister for cut instead of cut them ribbon there. I try fool the people them, you know. Because I'm a puppet, you know. Him a yo-yo have the cliques. Not my sister yo-yo, you know. She had a real yo-yo. Him a yo-yo have the cliques. Come on, yo-yo have the cliques. Yes. See? And have people like that, them love. When them can't get the land and them can't do things and them, you know, them can't get waivers and them beer kickbacks. When you hear me say, yes, a drunk jacket today. The panalico thing that a drunk jacket and I say about the water truck, the man about all them deep fried. Listen, drunk jacket. The National Water Commission more that you have about rapid response and how them get this and that and how money gets for this and that and them not turn back. Listen, I own the truck. That are more than nepotism, cronyism and corruption and if you go to prison for these things. Uno and a friend run the truck them. They say uno face pan the truck them. That the one them in a Portland. One in a St. Thomas. And the amount of truck no own now. It's unbelievable. Not for own no one be a trucks. I do things. Yeah, sit down in there, you know. Them, hey, the amount of things them are rape the country, you know. They rape the country. So when them point out these things, they don't go dry you up to come show them up more, you know. Because them dangerous. Me I say, oh, none of them not gonna prison yet. Not even one. Yeah? Look on this. I continue, you know, look on this. Look here. Look on this. Big one. Look on this. Look on this.
Swagger, Nicolas Sarkozy dominated French politics for much of the early 2000s. Can now be remembered for something else. First ex-president to get a custodial sentence for corruption charges. The news has come as quite a shock to the French.
Everybody expected Nicolas Sarkozy to get away with either a fully suspended sentence or be acquitted on some technicality. And so this really came as a shock because he's the first former president to be sentenced to prison.
Vive la République et vive la France! Sarkozy was found guilty of trying to bribe a judge, offering him a top job in return.
You hear this? So on this, can me see a keep on the, that's what I have played to, you know. But can me see one this keep on strike 5 if I go home from 2020. And say she'll do an excellent job. Remember, she not have no case where she win, you know. Now the rest I win case, man, they put them and them people. They see now one day. What's your name? What we call Beauty and the Beast? The Beauty one day. Yes. And them people and some other people in the office. Not she. She don't know what she have. You see she go to England and roll her tongue it up out her head, right? Yes. See? She should have gone a long time ago with some cat or something. See? So him have them and him pick who him want and them thing. The way you call this. Eh? But you have to have serious judge now where we put to the Prime Minister. When him turn the former Prime Minister, what have you. I don't for them judge I need to put in Jamaica to him. Them arms house too. Yeah. You have to tell them and call them out. Brian Sykes, big up yourself. Because the man there, them can't go push down thing on him, you know. Him no night foolishness. See? Him no night. See, I only sit have him both, you know. Yeah, when them call him, when them give him the job, when them call him, instead of them get the job permanently, Chief Justice, like him having pana, you know, a little temporary role for see how him a work. That's what I had. Him not supposed to business with a partner either, you know. Yes. So people have to come out and then, you know, the man get the job permanently because you can't move the man. Pay foolishness one is one way. See? Oh, none of them no gone to prison. No care what. No, you know, real weak case, no try it, you know. And I like the money no move. All right, let me tell you something. You know what? You're nothing else, man, that go to court to figure it out. If the old man come out and say, listen, his wife can't go up in the bank account and him daughter them and put too much million, no go sign to it. Them keep the account, that alone send you to prison. That alone. Then the driver come out, boy, them use him to do this and that. Them have the other one named Brown, them are use she too. We don't see what I want, because them take time to let them go. Him now go in a country and go plant. He might get back money. Like Jamaica judge for them corrupted too, man. That's the truth. Yeah, you understand? But people of Jamaica want to clean the place up. When they can't make the place just run and it's stay that way there. On go phone son and daughter get locked up. The big boys, there is no way them get locked up in a Jamaica or them do it like them are run a little camp. No, that's done with. Nobody no bigger than the law. No your brother, no you, nobody. No Andrew, nobody. None. But what I run now, that's why the country stay corrupted because nobody no come out and come say nothing. Look here, it's a former French president, listen, for the other one, you know. When though, you get sentenced to. You can't be bigger than the law, even if you are the first, they must send you. That was one of the world powerful man, you know. Yes. See, former president, they not give no custodial sentence. They must send them, just send them go deal with them case. See now, I'm going to play him again. You hear what them say? Hear this.
Sentence or be acquitted on some technical.
Be acquitted, yeah.
Everybody expected Nicolas Sarkozy to get away with either a fully suspended sentence or be acquitted on some technicality. And so this really came as a shock because he's the first former president to be sentenced to prison.
Vive la République et vive la France! Sarkozy was found guilty of trying to bribe a judge, offering him a top job in return for information about an investigation into him. Disgrace for a man.
He want the investigation about him. Them lads investigator in him, you know. And him bribe the judge and give the judge a top job to get the information. You see it? You can't be getting the law. The judge ain't right. You're not supposed to be getting the law. No. Only in Jamaica. Continue.
Who was known for his brash and showy style of leadership as president, and for his marriage to supermodel and singer Carla Bruni, who sent him a message of sympathy via Instagram. What a senseless witch hunt, my love, she wrote in French. The fight will continue. The truth will see the light. #injustice.
Nous allons former un appel contre cette décision.
We will appeal against this decision. The president, of course, disputes the sentence. We're both unable to understand and indignant about the sentence. Indignant because if you've attended these few weeks of hearings like me, the feeling we have today, listening to the case delivered by the court, is that this decision is totally out of step with the hearing.
From 2007 to 2012, Sarkozy strutted the world stage alongside fellow leaders as French president. He now joins the select group of ex-leaders tainted by corruption, from Italy's Silvio Berlusconi to Jacques Chirac, who received 2 years suspended sentence for misdeeds committed as mayor of Paris. Sarkozy claims he was a victim of unfair persecution by investigators. He protested his innocence and intends to appeal. If he fails, the judge says he can avoid jail by wearing an electronic bracelet at home, taking him from ex-president to tagged felon. He had said he wouldn't run for president again, but many didn't believe him. His political career seems over now.
Let him career done. Let him career. You see it? Yes, man. Career done. I remember just police. Remember not leaving out neither. Cause none of the big boys them not going to prison. That's why I ask, you know, Jamaica can run. So if you talk about clean up Jamaica, you clean up Jamaica with so much corrupted. In that state and all kind of little things, and the big boys them up the way, them do so much things to Jamaica. Rape it of its wealth. Nobody talk out. You have some man in the clergy, them the corrupted too, you know. Don't go get a youth alone, them thing under the bus. And we have said that to stop. If you want to clean up the place, really clean up the place, nobody no bigger than the law. No man. See? You have to see, you must have a day where rape where couple of them people hold them and fling them. I like them, enough of them from the PSOJ. Them too big, you can't chat to them. How that work? That don't make no sense to me. Look on a case now. Police look on a case. Me never see nobody, you know, deputy or who. Them not gonna jail. Look on this. Look on this. Look on a case now.
I'm going to talk briefly about an op that we're going to do a press conference on this next Friday morning. So y'all stay tuned for more news on Friday morning. But this obviously became big news in Cartersville, Georgia, at the police department, and the information quickly leaked out. And so now all the news media is asking for this information. So you're getting an early preview of what's going to be a very interesting release of information on a human trafficking operation. As you know,
people, more in a Jamaica, when me tell you say you have some police, me see one where them gay, them put my deputy super now. That they are school bus, you know, from Falmouth, you know. A school bus that, you know. They go with a school bus. Not for the school picnic. Yeah, man. School bus. I have the for them and them a school bus still. But you still get your promotion and still you are deal with crime, but you commit crime. Look upon a deputy sheriff. Look how them deal with him. Them not argue no lie. In Jamaica, them not set up them stinger for themselves. None at all. Because when you see the guy down so and the police want somebody pass them, I say, hey, police, come out on the way, you know, if I can this, or the commissioner car. You couldn't do it nowhere else. You can't do it at Canada, US, UK, nothing like that. You couldn't do that. You are get charged. Hey, police, I remember tell you this, and I get on phone, I call that name corruption. Right? The police who work should have charged him. Should have charged him. You take orders, you don't do that, you don't do that, you know, bigger than the law. But them know, my drive a car or a commissioner, so you can't give me the talk of the commissioner drive this. That is a gang. That is not a police force if I say it around. It cannot be a police force. The guy up at top him, I walk on the thinnest line. Him lose him job now and go prison as him slip because him supposed to keep squeaky. Him supposed to keep squeaky clean. The Prime Minister too. You can't look up on these guys and them a do bag of foolishness. Watch this. Look how them trap them own. Look how them set and catch them own. You don't think say, well, him a deputy, sheriff and him a right and him this and that. Look how them hold him. Just look how them hold him. Look what him a do. It's unbelievable. Look here.
seek out the victims of human trafficking. And in order to do that, you do prostitution stings. Well, when you do these operations, as this one was hugely successful, we'll talk about Friday, you arrest Johns who are seeking out prostitutes as well. Well, let me introduce you to what I consider a high-profile arrest. This is Deputy Chief Jason d3ath of the Cartersville Police Department. As I understand it, after talking to his chief, he's been there almost 30 years, graduate of the FBI Academy, well-respected police officer in town. Did you notice I said in town? But he was out of town. That's right, he was at an American Polygraph Association meeting in Orlando, Florida. Let me say this clearly. I don't want you to miss it. Driving an unmarked vehicle that was normally assigned to the DEA task force, meaning their officer assigned to the task force would have driven this vehicle. But apparently his vehicle was not so good to make the trip, so he's in one of the undercover vehicles. When he shows up at our undercover operation in the government vehicle, carrying alcoholic beverages, apparently some Bud Light for himself and White Claw for our undercover operative. That's right, he bought a case of White Claw because she said she would like it. So ostensibly, this guy has come to have sex with a prostitute while driving the Cartersville Police Department undercover vehicle, and he was in possession of alcohol, which of course, had we not intervened, he was going to drink that, engage in sexual conduct, and ultimately get in his government vehicle and drive back to his hotel. But newsflash, this is Jason d3ath, 49 years of age, his picture at the Polk County Jail. Oh. That's right, and let me tell you the story as he relates it to us. He is texting with, guess what, our undercover detective. He started this conversation with her on Wednesday night where he was going to show up, but he became spooked. He didn't say why, but on Thursday night, he just couldn't resist the urge to be with our undercover detective who he thought was a high-class prostitute. So he once again began to communicate. He asked how much the price is. She said $80 or a full half hour, $120. He said, I'm in. So he comes to the house. Ultimately, he's arrested. But the conversation is very interesting. He told her before the takedown occurred that the night before he had engaged with another prostitute online for $200. And that prostitute said, hey, go get a Cash App card. You know, you can buy them at the convenience stores. And he did for $200. And then she said, I want you to take a photograph of it so I know you've got the money. Well, duh. He took a photograph and sent it to the alleged prostitute on Wednesday night, according to him. You're not going to believe this. You can't even believe this. Now, this guy's a cop, and he was flim-flammed and conned by a prostitute. That's right. She took the information off of the card, got the $200, and left him high and dry. He was ripped off in a confidence scam with a prostitute or who was alleged to be a prostitute. So that was on Wednesday. Then he talks. He's not giving up. Then he talks, and Thursday night at just before midnight, he shows up. He shows up with this White Claw, and it's like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What is going on? You're a deputy chief, a high-ranking official in a very respected police department, and you're showing up with White Claw and 2 Bud Lights, and we're not sure whether he can do math or not, okay? Because the deal is for $120 for a half hour, a full half hour. He shows up with $180. He shows up with $180 and says, I can send you the rest of it on a Cash App, but I had to stop to buy the White Claw. So for some reason, I don't know if he's planning on extra time, he can't add, he wants to leave a tip, he wants to impress this person. But listen to his text. He's real suspicious. I guess you would be after you got ripped off the night before. Listen to his text. If you're legit as you seem, we will have fun. If not, I'm riding around with a case of White Claw, feeling girly. Well, he got to feel arresty when we put him in jail. So we put him in jail late on Thursday night under a $500 bond. He didn't get out of jail until Saturday morning at 4 o'clock. So he got to spend, almost 2 complete nights in the county jail. So now he's gone from deputy police chief, as I understand he's suspended pending their disciplinary actions, and he's facing criminal charges here in Polk County. So if all else fails, he can write a book, How to Ruin Your Career in 3 Easy Steps. Start out by going to Florida to a polygraph association school, then lie to the detectives when they investigate and ask you questions. Oh, he made admissions. But it's like, I wanted to ask him, since he's a polygrapher and was at polygraph school, would you like to take a polygraph with those answers you gave us? How would that work for you? And according to all the information we received, he's got a beautiful wife and a great family. And you just want to go, come on, man. Have you lost the last 3 brain cells? Or do you just have cabbage for brains? Why would you do that? Anyway, he's charged. He's managed, obviously, to create a great deal of angst with his family. His police chief is angry beyond words, which I certainly clearly understand. He's embarrassed the city. He's been a police officer there for a long time. And now he's facing criminal charges in Florida. Are there any questions?
So, all right. So look at that now. Look at them. We have police, when them tell him about coke and them say, oh, I'm getting riches. Him say, around this or give me to them. Them not chat to him. Can't chat to him. You have police tell them, hey, something with them drive and some place where them live it unbelievable. Them, a matter of fact, you have some police right now in Jamaica. Them are build big apartments and them things that what them have said, man. Them, we don't know, you have the police work and you have big apartments and be a city. Serious, yeah, man. Now in a big business. Them and drugs done. Yes. Them and big boy. Because them mix up, Yes. Yeah, man. But they not touch them. Them big. See? Not until they clean up there, so you get a better Jamaica. See it? My deputy chief. Like how you have the commission, you have the deputy then, and them take him down when do. Plus him think him about him talk to an ex-police. He set up a sting for him. He not get no press or nothing, but yesterday him go tell a lie and him go, for you go there, go into this thing, say, you commit yourself that I carry the money, do all kind of things. You're gone. You're lose it. You're going to prison. You're gone. Sleep all in a prison. This couldn't happen in Jamaica. Nah. Them do everything. Me see one of that about I talk to Emily. Emily, yes. And you did not say my Emily. I talk to one of them, I say my Emily. And say they see that man take him and carry me out to his wife. Them when you have wife and family and everything and I go off a class. Dash them whole career, everything, and then tell them lie, I'll do him a do polygraph thing. You know it and might tell them lie. You know, in a sense, just ruin himself like that. Nobody not bigger than the law. This way I talk about. Anytime them things start happening in Jamaica, we could clean up the force. People can't really trust the force. No follow what Google to say, no, because Google said them not have trust deficit with the citizen and the police. No go some Google to. They have all of the video them. They have the amount of video they have. No go some. You have good police, you have great police. We have some police overstep them down. And do some little foolishness. And you have to tell them the truth. See? I want thing, you know, you see when you hold back and promote the kind of lie with them why you promote and say, yes, everything great and this and we can't deal with that. Can you know fix the problem? If there is a problem, if you tell them, say them have problem. See? Them take a one of my time, I see the other one, I see Magla. But them bring Google to. Them take a Google kaka and bring Google to. So Google to now him start make attack one bag of foolishness. Already. See? Yes, him attack one bag of foolishness already. I'm going to show you something else. I'm telling you again, you know, you can go check it. Not even one of them big boys that never go to prison yet, you know. In Jamaica, you know. And now, you know, you have a police force. You have, let me show you something where hurt me head now. Them put up this. I'm sure what them put up. Hold on. I could read what them say or something. I'm going to ask them something. Let me ask them something. Let me see this. Right there. Let me see this. No, this more. Let me look on this. More, when I look on, let me look on it myself. But I say I have it on my phone. Yeah, let me look at me have it on my phone, yes, sir. Hold on there. Come on, let me say I have it, yes, sir. Cover, send back that thing that come give me right now. I'm look, when I say I can Google it. Yeah, them put up them thing there. What them name Mocha. Them put up them thing I tell you say yes. Them are independent police and thing. You can't be independent. You can't be independent, Mocha, when a crab I want a boss. Not an independent police force, no. And they depend on the same building with the rest where the professional one depend and we are talking about independent. Not for them one place and I want different complete the force. I want to know. No independent. Mocha. Look up Mocha. Mocha said them are the first independent. Wow. But where you get that from Mocha? When you don't just write things and believe in I want to write. And I see that people, not my word. Not my word. This is how I have a problem with Mocha. See that? Let me just show the people. I could just read it, people. See that? First, fully independent law enforcement agency. Fully independent. Independent about what? Professional charged with responsibility of conducting investigation and operation of highest standard and professional integrity. Agency mandated to effectively tackle major organized crime, economic crime. So on no reach to cyber crime, advanced fraud, corruption in Jamaica through integrated and cooperative approach. Look what them building there now. So them say them are the first independent, but yes, still not independent, dependent. And like the FBI, right? Who are them boss? Ask them who are them boss. Crab. The independent, they have an independent boss. Who are them? Who them use the same JCF member, then them a JCF member. Or if you're independent, who you talk to? You know, independent. Go look for Mocha who are the head and who run it. Them still answer to the and them all them get paid same way. They're not independent. No, sir. See? And that's the first. But yes, still you see SSL and you independently, you know, God. When the Prime Minister think, no, remember they have them independent, like the feds, them they investigate the Prime Minister and investigate for the big boys, I used to them are drawing some people. Them not independent, they're independent. Foolish, this is garbage. And who's part them there? I'm sure where them there. I'm sure where them there. I'm sure where more cuts of them there. They matter about corruption and things. Look where them there. NCB building. Look here. And I tell me about independent. All right, that's a thing the inspector, what and what there now. Yeah? Look at them there. You fit up on your own thing and them thing, the brother. You know, independent, see there? Headquarters, NCB, South Towers, Oxford Road, Kingston 5, see there? And Sewell Avenue, see there? In a man to go here. Yes, where the headquarters there? Go up there and see much of the police. Look on, all right, let me look on inspectorate. Let me look on the Jamaica inspectorate, but independent. Who are them boss? I probe is there too, but them independent. Or if you be an independent thing, you have to do your own thing. You can't mix up with them. And you can't, but you can't sell the force at all. And you still have commissioner, you have wow. More can have them own chief. You know, if you listen to this commissioner, you know, talk to them, you cut them out. Can you investigate them too? What do you talk about independent? Who do you talk to? And now we, you can't have the same building with them. It doesn't make no sense. Not true. All right. I probe in there too. Okay. But them independent. Who don't want to cock up in a one building like a cock, but not about independent. And you leave from over that side and gone over there, so but you're independent. Yes. You understand? Yeah. But my daughter, you know, you show me a talk like this now. I'm a blaze fire. I see my daughter, everyone ever saw my daughter come to look a while, you know. That make me see there, dear man. It's a big plate, a big clean up. Nah, show me, you know. My father that plate a big clear. I know it already, you know. I probe. Where the inspectorate them there, Jamaica inspectorate, where them there? Look here. Yeah, man. Yeah. But the inspector not same place up there, them there. Them have other things up there. Who are the head for Mocha? Who are the head for Mocha? When them say them first and independent. Independent, oh. You have the same crab on that talk to. Who is supposed to investigate the crab. If it's an independent body, it's supposed to be independent completely. But when you put it out and say it's an independent body, I may say no. When you're supposed to, when you see something come up like SSL, you know, I'm going to say I have to work with them people. Like, when I work independently of them. When you not collab with them. See? When you not do collab with them, because if they miss up, you know, have when you know why you know from them when have one database and one thing, and not do not collab with them. See? That's why corruption can't weed out. Me I tell you to cover them boss. So when them independent, and they say the same JCF. Them use and farm that. Make sense to you? And like some man out the road, some brand new man, them take, you know, farm a new force this are completely, you know. You take the same set of man them. You more have any commissioner, one commissioner about one. But them independent. And you use man from out there, some of them senior man and put over there. And some of them sergeant and everything. And you tell me, say, who you tell it? Remember the more talk no make no sense to me neither, you know. You'd have to train some different set of man. That without teeth to man. See? Me not see them move no to the oligarch from SSL. Not even one of the director them interview. Not even one man say me there. And them not touch in front of the eye. More can not supposed to take down who the big boys them and them know politician name. A matter of fact, minister name called in the coke file. And big boys. Them here kept me here and in them circle, them know. Fix it, come out and say, yes, we're going to make an arrest. 1 year plus. Then I have no arrest to make. But you want, you're a little box boss, like a juice box, like a bullet, and something a year to get a youth. Them go for a long time. A matter of fact, if a Wednesday, them put out couple get a youth, yes. It can't work no more. This will change. It not help the place. If you have a river running up, and the head all kind of people are dump all kind of things and it run down I run down to the foot of the river and I go into the sea, you know. And you down there say you clean it out, and clean. Because people are dump everything, the garbage and everything I run from up there, so I come down. It cannot clean. So when you take out, why you take out, yes, I don't care what you tell me, you do it for years, and you must be a jackass to do the same thing down there. You understand? Mocha can run by that, Mocha for be an independent thing, and them a put it here so, like people are idiot. And I tell me about Mocha about the first. See there, and I see there? Fully. And this away them right. All right, let's go take it off. And I must say that or something. Look at Mocha, Jamaica first fully independent law enforcement agency. Oh, I use the same JCF people. Them have one commissioner and what have you. Mocha they've never achieved for themselves a commissioner. One commissioner. Same police, JCF, them just put over there. And just, you know, that it seems like how you have eye probe, them put some eye probe, you put some over Mocha, and I tell me say you're independent. Who you tell that? Eh? Tell any one of them police pack up in the state, pack up and go in a FBI. Different agency come. A matter of fact, police department with different notches. You know, just walk when FBI and say, hey, that an I don't use up them database and use up them thing. Them investigate everybody. Yes, them are different, they are real different agencies. See? More kind of more different agencies we use the same man, they will train this and go this so. And have them squad around this and you put some of them over there so. And put them in the same building. But other JCF then. Same building. But you're independent according to you. With crab on your head. Eh? Justice Minister head. No, you know, that's a foolish. A garbage. That's a garbage. That's why Jamaica can't clean. Because of them. They're independent. Yeah, I when I'm talking about different director. You understand? I could them say them have this, them have a next one. The other one when them say Selvin here, my director. But when them call them director, them back, them who them answer to? Eh? When Nigel Clark run out and tell about the feed and about this and that, and tell you, oh, that man him don't know what or what. When he looks Selvin there, him fling under the bus. That's the other one, not more kind of the other one. Wait name again, apps. The other one where them always run out with. What's the other one name? But Selvin him them say, you know, when the other one name apps? It make no sense. It make no sense. And then him silent and them go not come talk because him send a FBI never the boat. And him did right. A true not a Elijah a liar, you know. A liar. You have to tell him the truth, you know. I treat Jamaican people, you know. Them dangerous. And when you look them line them pocket, them have the most truck now. Them have the most business. Who have rice mill, I call it rice mill because, you know, I call it rice mill. Them have all kind of factory, all kind of things. Eh? And then when them do them just go on and just like them a trick Jamaican people. You can't hurt no more, boy. No more. Jamaican people for wake up, yeah? Them for wake up, man. Yeah. Them for wake up. Not until we start the big boys, them start go to prison. You know, so Jamaica clean. Start clean up. Jamaica not start cleaning. You can't live on the little youth them every day. You know, get to and tell me, say, we not do something. And I say, we not fight crime. The real crime in Jamaica, billions and billions are going, you know. Not the youth, them want to do revenge killing. Them a kill them one another. We want them to stop. We want to reach to them and say, no, it can't work. But by killing them one another, you know, you much, the billions of dollars were missing. And them are thief it. And them are thief taxpayers' money. Them are kill themselves. That put the whole country in a jeopardy. The way the government, where you have criminal within the government, and PSOJ and thing I do. Them are mash up the place. You understand? Yes, yes. No, I'm deep on my life, you know. Yeah, man, I'm deep on my life. Yeah. No, man, make him show you some proof, man. Make him show you some proof, man. Make him tell you, more time. Make him show you some proof or something. Me talk back to you. Yeah, man. Me talk back to you. Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah, man. Some man about come talk, say them this and that, and say book back. Who wants to prove our things and never chat. You know, my style. No, when I do not have that. No disrespect. I do not have that. You know, so nobody come call me and tell me nothing. You know, we like to the prove, you know. So we chat certain things we can't show, but we chat when we see it and then we chat, you know. Yes. You see? We like have the thing them black, you know. So we chat, we can say, giving a chat around here, you know. Yes. When I beat up nobody, but we like when we see the proof or something, we come chat with authority, you know. Yes. You see? That's why I'm not showing about work to my worker. Yeah, when them attack us on serious thing, but you don't see the proof of what them attack, you know. Yes. Then we can talk, you know. Yes. See? That's it go. Right. That's it go, man. You have to keep it real. Yeah, man. See? So Mocha, let me tell you now again, you're not independent. And that's the truth. You can't have them man there. You can't have them man there. See? You can't have them man here. See? Crap them at the head. And when I have to talk to them and talk to them. No circle. See? No, sir. You can't have one commissioner. I say, oh, them have a director. Eh? And all them are work together, you know, work together with them there. JC is supposed to stand there and you are investigating over this if you say you're in there to do this. When I do this, I want them to look at you to follow them the same trend. When I JCF, I want to just put some over there. So, saying, and you know what, it's the same thing, them over there with them are soup, or sergeant, detective sergeant, and thing over Mocha. You know, same thing I hear. Me not hear no agent. Agent one and agent two. Agent this, you know, that and that and that. Don't it? Special agent. Me hear sergeant and soup and all kind of things who I run Mocha and all kind of things. Now that me I hear from over the JCF. I want to them. The dog without teeth man clean up the thing. Don't write some things when I make no sense to make. I go show it and, you know, I point it out and say this is foolishness. We know independent, we're dependent. See? We know about independent and know about law enforcement and them things. Yes. We know about Q and who independent and all kind of things. Yeah, and them not in the same building neither. Yeah, man. They mash up the institution. Yeah. And them mash it up, you know. Because them that farm something nice. But what you do is that train up some other people and want them people over there. So come over here, so you have to do the lie detector test, you have to do some little thing. No. You want to farm some completely different thing over here. You understand? Independent of them. You farm something there, send over some police over there. Now them uniform, me a that and that, and me a sergeant this and the same thing, and put them in the same building and all kind of things. Yeah? That may make it to me. Can't make it. See? Keep it real. Yeah, man. Keep it real on there, you know. So as me say again, make with us knock up the thing. Not until we see them some big guys start go to prison, them from PSOJ. Enough of them, enough of them in our arc and little things. But them no innocent. Enough of the big boys, enough of the big police, them never see one of them. Not going away. Not even one. The only one me see them go around and have a bunglers and them appeal and come out. And the other one, James, and them not gonna away. Them just appeal and then them give them back. They appeal and say, okay, go. No care what happen, them two there. Yeah? Yeah, man. So we see it and like no care what happen. Them have a way of them, you know, if their case I got them just flick it back around. This is the court was supposed to hold people. When you look on Nicholas, when you look on the former French president, them knock him. And some people, them knocking at the state and all over the place. You never see this in Jamaica yet. Then you look, you get them short slash. Him mother call them and what them do. Somebody from over Andrew's side, they start blame the PMP. See them want crime, turn up on them thing. Now, but you look at, and me a young man again. Come out and say, no, that's spooky. They matter about condolences to who? You can have a car and your car and wind up when you drive and thing and somebody just cut your box. And just take away your car and drive it, go up the road. Now you go find your youth short slash. Them not take away your phone. Yes, and an iPhone, you know. Them not take away nothing. You call your husband, find it back and then call the police and go that alone. And then go and leave the vehicle, everything. Just take you and the short slash and that's it. That's it. And no, you know, cooperate till they leave out of the island and then them kill the case. You're there in Canada, you fly out. You have the dual, so you fly out. And then kill the case. Them they even secretly put a stop order or something, them just stay there and them can look in attack and husband go on the scene, me have to charge him too. You know, you're nothing. I'm going to court for say, I want to pull the iPhone. Me know I pull it and it stayed there for more than a year. I know, you know, you're not about the case again. The next youth, now they could get a youth, now you can get gunshot and yes, I shoot out. Who do these things we can't run, so we can't have people we will serve and protect and reassure and just go on and just some of the little youth, them and all kind of things. That make no sense to me. That make no sense. And I have Jamaica in the future. I want them like and them, and it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. The big boy, them not even one of them in and none of them. That's why it stays so big and dirty and stink. That for change. We want some politicians and some big boys in it. And some of the police, them were them involved in a wrongdoing. Big men, I thought them the club on there, because them put the club on them all the time. I thought them one they were in a commissioner rank and deputy and them want to see. And some of the senior one then, senior soup. I thought about no. I thought about no inspector no one go down. I thought them one. Because they make more catchy constable them and one and two the club. You know, but them none of them want they never yet. And they mix up bad too, you know. They mix up bad. Yeah, man, they mix up. Enough of them mix up bad. Never yet. I'm going to get a youth, pay the price for everything we're going in Jamaica. I mean, I say, if them youth, you kill a friend and a friend come kill back you, and a man, and next man go kill a man, and a man come kill a man. Or is it that Jamaica lose so much billion because of corruption? Them youth are not touching money. Them not have nothing to do with the economy it run. And the government and them corruptedness and the big boys, them mash up the country. There are the valley and them thing, then them youth don't kill themselves and people find money bury them, them make money out of that. We just want to get the youth them to stop killing themselves and you know, we want a truth and reconciliation with them. And make them get wise up. But get up people never stand, yeah man. Stand for what's right now. Yeah, head to start, roll now. Them to start go to prison to man. Saying and stop vote for junkies and freak and rapers and punks and criminals and call them politicians. We have to stop it too. Them couldn't get my vote. You understand them? What you talk about, man? Line them pocket. Rape the country of its wealth. Don't chat, you know. I'm going to show now in a real country how people get charged and go to prison. Some man were powerful per world stage like the French Prime Minister, the French President, the France President, past President. Yeah? May I show you say you have some big look on a woman with them look, can you imagine? You sentence to death, you know. Billionaire. And you notice them have them respect though. I pay a female police runner. She has 67, now what's your age? I say, and I be a bribe she go on with. Look how much of them big boy going with bribe. What happened to them? Nothing. Nothing. See? Don't chat, you know. In the way me there, you know. Man, you know, I'm going to eat my beaker, yeah? All right, later. I'm out. Bless her. Cool.